Lyle all the way, first starter from Tony Merard's stable. You've done a lot of work with this horse. What's he like?
He's a small individual, but he's got a lot of natural speed, and obviously he's been trialling over 800 meters, and he's trialled well. It's just about whether he's able to find enough over that final furlong. I think that'll be the telling factor, but I expect him to be showing early, and yeah, if he can stay on and earn a check, it'll be a big run. But yeah, I'm just not sure how much we'll have that last furlong, but I'm sure that he'll still put in a decent effort.
Couple of things to note from his preparation. He's been gelded. The blinkers went on for his most recent trial. What do those two gear changes make for him? What difference?
Well, like I said, he's quite a small horse, but he has a bit of substance about him, and I think the gelding just took a bit of weight off, and just help him flourish a bit more and use himself. And I think it's made a difference. The blinkers probably just get him to focus a bit more. We put him in behind, and he still wanders around a little bit, but as we saw in the trial, he popped out and he was running really strong against the bit. So yeah, like I said, I expect him to show a bit of speed, and yeah, it's whether he can battle on that last furlong. We'll find out on Saturday.
And so far, it's been a good week for you. Well done on your win on Methane on Wednesday night.
Yes, fantastic. We're confident going into the race, and it's just great when a plan comes together. So yeah, good confidence for the meetings to come.
ENZEMBLE Lyle, his first few runs he didn't show much, but his last two he's really turned things around. What's clicked with him?
He's quite a stressed horse. Dougie always tells me that he is a handful to saddle up, and he's just changed his last 2 or 3 runs where he's just begun to relax more. He's not sweating up as much, and that's telling in his races. He's just learned to settle beforehand and in running. It's made a big difference to him. So yeah, he's been able to produce a finish, and if we can get a little bit of sting out the ground, a little bit of rain tonight will be ideal for him. So we'll just see how things go. But he's got a great draw this time, and I'm sure he'll get a good run, and I expect him to be a leading light in that race once again.
Any concerns about an extra 200 metres for him?
No, I think it's what he's looking for. He seems to turn it on nicely over shorter, but then just found wanting a little bit at the end, and I think going further just allows him to build up more and be able to hit the line strong. So yeah, I've got no doubt that he'll get the trip.
Vincent, PRECIOUSSHIP, he's won 3 of his last 4. Can he keep that winning run going on the weekend?
I think so. He trial okay. Seems nothing wrong with him. So draw 1. So hopefully, need some luck to get the run.
Just looking at that trial, he finished last. Was it the plan for him to have an easy trial, or is he a bit lazy in the mornings? What was your take on that?
Yeah, just let him have a nice gallop. That's all. But he never showed much at the trials anyway, even before. So I think it's okay for him.
Ricky's spoken about the horse in pretty strong terms, that he likes him. Do you think he's a horse that could go to that top group of milers here in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely a very nice horse, and got a good fighting heart there. So it's not a big horse, but he got the heart there. So hopefully he can win again.
Chad, Circuit 3, you rode him on New Year's Day when he finished second. Based on that run, were you surprised at all that he was able to come out and win at his next start?
No, not at all. When I rode him, he made up a lot of ground and finished really, really strongly. And his next start, he pretty much did the same, but he was able to run over the top of them. He's now up in grade with a lot lighter weight. We know he's got a really, really good finish on him. So, with the lighter weight, he hopefully can finish just as good.
And when you look at the race, there looks to be a bit of pace on. Do you think it'll pan out well for you?
Yeah, certainly. We know his style of racing, and it's to come at them late. And we've drawn a nice gate. He doesn't have a great deal of early speed, but hopefully from that good draw we can be a little bit closer and give him less to do in the finish.
Saturday's your first meeting back for a month. How have you spent that time away from racing?
Yeah, I went back home to Melbourne, saw my friends there, and then we went to Phuket for the second half. And yeah, it was long, but happy to be back and ready to get stuck into it.
Do you feel refreshed?
Yeah, I feel good. I was training nice and hard while I was off, so ready to go.
Paul, Duke-wise, won his last 4 in a row. He beat a good field last time out. Can he reproduce that on Saturday?
I think a lot will depend on the pace in the race. You know, if the speed's good, he's drawn out at 9. He's going to get back out of it a bit, and so his performance will be pretty much pace dependent. But looks to be some speed if it all maps out as it usually does.
Looking at him, he's not the quickest out of the gates. Is there something that you can do as he's trainer to remedy that?
No, he often hops in the air out of the gates, and he's done it from the first time he started the trial. So it's just something he's got to sort out himself. You know, sometimes he gets it right, and sometimes he doesn't.
Where's this run of form come from, Paul?
Well, he kept, you know, he had a pretty good season last year. Only had sort of 3 or 4 runs, and he's just one horse that's just kept improving. You know, some go forward and some don't.
How much more improvement do you think he's got?
Hard to say. You know, every time you win, you get one closer to a defeat. But I think he holds his own in Class 2 anyway.
And your own form, 16 winners for the season. How do you assess Paul O'Sullivan's stable at the moment?
I think with the horses we've got, we're going very well. You know, we haven't got too many top-notch ones and not too many progressive ones, but they're racing well and they're racing consistently, and there'll be more wins to come.
Far above Vincent. That was an impressive return last time out.
Yeah, I think he had some issue before, and took a while for him to get going again, and I think 14 is not a problem for him, and I think he'll run well.
And from last season to this season, how's the horse matured or developed from your time with him?
He's a lot quieter now, even at parade ring or behind the gate. He's chill now. He used to be nervous and sweat quite a lot, and now he's a lot more relaxed, you know, which really helps in the race. So he got a really good turn of foot. You just, need the right timing to ask him. Yeah.